Hello, everyone, and welcome to A Tale of D20s presents Mask Tarot, the core finale, where four friends journey together to tell a story of mythic proportion. Quite the predicament we had left off. Quite the story that still has to be told. What's going to happen next? Well, we'll find out shortly. So, without further ado, let's remove the bookmark and conclude this epic core. Cue the intro. The city of tomorrow drowns in shadows, but the Major Arcana stretch thin, dealing with some unknown entity from beyond the stars and some crisis that has hit the Arcano star. Metroton is being ruled by fear and confusion. The mayor has decreed outlaw on all normal heroic activities, creating a city where only the Arcana are worshipped and everyone else branded a liability. But darkness festers in secret corners. The devil's in the details, and he is pulling the strings. Families have been whispering lies, and something stirs beneath it all, or should I say, above, in the stars beyond. The eclipse is days away, and the veil grows thinner and thinner by the hour. Tonight we see our heroes divided. Bryce in chains, his power drained, and Lula and Samara learning of their greater destiny. But peace is not amongst our Minor Arcana. So how will we find they deal with this? Well, why don't we turn to the cards and do a special reading? Past, present, and future all fuse into one, as about a week and a half has passed since Bryce has gone missing. So let's see how our heroes have been dealing with the turmoil during this week, how they're feeling now, and a prediction on how this will all conclude. Bryce, since you're the one in most turmoil, I'm going to ask for you to tell me when to stop momentarily. And I will cut the deck there and draw our reading.
Oh, I can't wait. Ooh, there.
Okay. Right.
I am living for this.
Top. First, upright, we have the Major Arcana Lover's card. Card we've seen before. Oh. And then we have the Tower upright as well. A familiar card. And lastly, reversed, we have the Nine of Cups. Lovers, Tower, and a reverse Nine of Cups. All right. So, the first that we have describing the past. Here is the Lovers. In its upright, it designates partnership, duality, union, a bringing together. Things that were once apart, slowly being pulled back one way or another. Things that were lost and broken, imbalanced, starting to fall back into place. So maybe a sign of goodness versus its reverse, which is all about disharmony. This is about coming from that sense of disharmony, that sense of being broken, and recollecting yourself, going back to a flat zero, and then continuing to combine into one. Next up, we have the Tower, and it is the Tower upright. The Tower upright is about sudden upheaval, broken pride, disaster. Disaster has fallen upon us in this present time, looming over you like a sword of Damocles, ready to fall on your head at a moment's notice. This is what's happening now, and I would think to be very appropriate with the eclipse along the way. And then finally, we have the Nine of Cups reversed. Normally is about satisfaction and emotional stability, luxury. Now in its reverse, it's a lack of joy, inner turmoil, smugness, dissatisfaction. Could this be dissatisfaction amongst our tarots? Or maybe our heroes will be triumphant, and this stands for the evildoers that lurk. But that's in our future that has yet to be seen. I would like now to talk to each and every one of you and see what your past and how you're feeling in the present feels. We'll start off with you, Samara. The lovers signify the past, these last few weeks that have passed by. What does that signify? What has been going on with Sammy since we last seen her?
You had mentioned that the lovers upright was about significant choices in partnerships, alignment of values.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hello? She had to make that really difficult decision to be honest with Bryce, because even though in that moment, right before he disappeared, they had a really big fight. And right before that big fight, they were literally just coming together, and she could have made it seem like she didn't do something, but she did, and she wanted everything to be out in the open and be clear, and she had to learn that there were lasting consequences. So I think that even though she made a difficult choice, she learned her lesson coming out of it from the other end. I think that's what's going on here. She is, and that's in the past. So she's having to kind of like grapple with the fact that she might not have that same powerful connection that she used to have with Bryce after the truth came out. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Very roundabout kind of way.
I love it. About you, Lula May. How's Lula May been dealing in the past up to this point with the lovers card?
I have a question for Samara on this to know what would happen here. Because this is about like the last week and a half while Bryce is okay. So my question would be, do you think Sammy and Lula May had a like reconciliation moment where they talked or not?
I think after a kind of vision that she would have had back at her sanctuary, she would have definitely gone to Lula May.
Okay.
Because no matter how bad things were, she still feels like Lula May has her back because she definitely has hers.
Okay, then I will say, I think the part here that really stands out the most to me is actually the word duality. I think Lula May's priorities are, or have been sort of shifting and been very focused. She used to be so much more focused on her mundane life and maintaining popularity and all of that. But I think now she's seeing the bigger picture and she's not thinking as much about herself. And so the duality that exists is she will always have her friend Sammy's back, but she will also tell the truth. She will also call her friend on her bullshit and let her know, like, you're self-sabotaging, you're pushing me away. That doesn't keep the doom away, that brings it closer to you. And I'm here, but I can't force you to lean on me. So I think that is how the last week and a half, like that element has been happening, as well as she also has sort of reached out to Nixis, who, even though she conflicts with in philosophy and has tension with, she is trusting that Nixis and her need to work together for the greater good. So I think there's been a lot of that, like, coming together. And again, yeah, coming from a sense of disharmony and then reconnecting. So I think that's what's kind of been happening.
Sure, especially after, which we'll find out during when we begin our next scene, what that big warning, that climactic warning that Nixis gave, that would have probably pulled you together, or at least somewhat, knowing, putting all these together. Awesome. And Bryce, yours is a little bit different, so to speak, but you've spent all this time inside of chains, or like more of like in a...
I have a response to this card.
Oh, sure.
Sure. Okay. So to me, from the lover's perspective, seen from Bryce's lens, as this card sort of flips the picture of the lovers as his parents. And this represents their partnership, and things that were broken and lost from their perspective was me. They raised me to use me as a tool. And so this is me falling back into place and doing the things that they planned. So I think that that's what this card represents to Bryce. To sort of try and end on a positive note, that also says bringing together and trying to reconnect to harmony. And I feel like although he does not have a romantic love with Diamond, we had that strong shared moment at our prom of like partnership and duality and like extreme platonic care. And love, platonic love for one another, that we like stated to each other. So I feel like maybe there might be a call to that as well.
Oh, fantastic. And then we'll move on to the present, and we'll start with you for this one, Bryce. With the tower upright, doom and gloom. I feel like it is pretty obvious, but what's happening right now with Bryce as he's held captive, his power being siphoned, and you are constantly being visited by both Alejandro del Infierno and your parents?
I feel like this is very appropriate for him. It is like the broken pride. Like we thought that we were a team and that we were really strong. And, you know, while Sammy was strong enough to be fully honest, it was like, you know, an issue of timing and all of the other things combined that just caused this like break and divide that rippled into like the whole group. And then I think that's the disaster that this represents, and the sudden upheaval is the shaking of the Arcana and our foundation and like everything that we're like fighting for. So it's like, what are we going to do, and how are we going to And how are we gonna like survive?
This is the present, what's happening now, right? I mean, I know we haven't seen it on screen yet, but I think the biggest like upheaval is that Bryce is missing, at least from Lula's perspective. And I guess Nixus would disagree, but the second biggest is that the Arcana is disturbed right now, that there's something going on. Because honestly, Diamond is so community focused. I think what's bothering her more is that one of the few people she relies on and trusts and knows her at her core is missing and in trouble, which leads into the broken pride. I think she's feeling like she failed to protect her team. And she may have, defended the people in that battle, but at the end of it, she lost both of her friends to not saying the right thing or not doing the right thing. She couldn't be there to protect them. And I think that is what she's really feeling right now.
And Samara, what does the present mean for you? With the tower looming above head.
So Samara doesn't want to make this all about her, but she sure as heck is putting it squarely on her shoulders that she feels that the disasters that she might have been the root cause of her team being broken up. She is personally holding herself responsible for Bryce going missing so shortly thereafter their big fight. She felt like had she just kept her mouth shut, he would have never disappeared. She is also feeling like she doesn't know what to do, especially because of the information that she got from her vision. Her mother tried to get her to join her side, but at the same time, that would be at the cost of fully abandoning her friends and her life, and she could never do that. So right now, she also feels like she has no one. Sure, her and Diamond are still speaking and are friends, but even she feels like she messed that up. It's not the same like it used to be. And because she is gonna tell her like it is, because that's the whole reason why that friendship was appealing to the both of them. The fact that they don't treat each other with kid gloves, and she wouldn't expect anything less from Diamond. That she feels like Diamond helps her be better, so she just wishes that she didn't let her down so much, and that she feels like her heart hurts a lot right now. So she's going through a lot of feels, a lot of emotions, teenage stuff.
Indeed. And with the future of the Nine of Cups reversed, all about a darkness or something, an upheaval, if you will, a turning point for the negative. Could be for you, could be for the enemies. Just really quick, I just want like a quick little, what do you think will happen? And when that will conclude our story when it comes to this Nine of Cups. And we'll start with you, Lula May.
I'm going to try to be optimistic here. I think smugness. I think that our little Diamond is going to charge in and try to ruin the plans of these big enemies that are bigger than her. I think she's going to be pretty proud of herself, because so far she stood up to literally Major Arcana, and she's still like, you don't get to tell me that this isn't right. You're the one needs to fix this, not me. And you're not going to? I'm going to step up. So I think that's that's what the future holds. Let's be optimistic.
Nice. And what about for our Sammy? What do you think this card that represents smugness and lack of joy, that inner turmoil, will mean for just the future in general?
It's kind of scary how these cards are so like on point and spelled out. Well, because of her present, I think that Sammy is going to predict it is going to be a bit more of her eating the proverbial crow, inner turmoil, having to kind of like come to terms with the fact that her intention doesn't always equate execution, and learning something called tact. That might be called, I think, growth. So I think that might be what the smugness might be. Like, hopefully through all this pain, there will be growth at the end of it.
Nice. And Bryce?
I am the Ten of Swords reversed, and I rebound from rock bottom. So I'm interpreting this Nine of Cups reversed as the lack of joy for those whom have imprisoned me, and they will experience dissatisfaction as my friends and comrades come and save me as we fight through our inner turmoil. They, the enemies, will be smug in their apparent hill they're standing on, and we will take advantage of them and come out as victorious this eclipse's eve.
Oh.
When were we playing categories?
I love this.
It's awesome.
I'm so excited. All of us went optimistic with the future, and I don't think we've done that most of these episodes.
Yeah.
It's good to be optimistic, but the message is...
I mean, we're this low. All we can go is up from here. Let's go. Let's be for real.
Right, for
Shit.
real. Not like we had many trajectories.
Don't you forget your main agenda, GM. You be a fan of our players, be a fan of our characters.
They are a fan of all of us.
Shoot.
They love us.
Oh,
We're
yes.
so low.
Well, the message is clear. Your bonds will be tested and have been tested. And the world is collapsing underneath all these false truths and these triumphs that you thought you had, but was pulled from you and unable to see beyond the surface. But is there a light at the end of the tunnel? Or will your overconfidence and a lack of maturity as heroes be your downfall? We will find out on tonight's episode of Tarot. So, we thank the cards.
Thank you, cards.
Thank you, cards.
Thank you, cards.
For guiding us, yes. And we shall start off. And
TaleWeaver is coming for us today.
Me? So
Get ready to be sad. So scared.
So, where to begin? We find ourselves as the manga page opens and we go to the first large panel. Snow is seen dusting on the rooftop of Metroton High. The world below hushed in a wintry silence. But above, we see the only source of light, if you will, in this time of darkness. On the roof of Metroton High, our little half cat, feline, half feline, like half rabbit, like creature, Nixus. Not just fur, but actually garbed in what looks to be a cloak, but the size of a large cat. the constellation swirling around his black fur. As the rest of you, specifically Lula May and Samara, it's cold. You're probably bundled in jackets and wearing hats as you're on top of the roof. As pacing back and forth, footprints can be seen, or to say paw prints can be seen walking across the snow as he is pacing back and forth. Nixus turns to you all. This couldn't be any worse. Oh, I can't believe that what's happening here. Not only has this city just lost its mind, but as I told you all before, the Arcanal Star, it's losing its power. It's coming. It's coming. The entity that we all dread, the reason why the Major Arcana exist. The embodiment of entropy. No. I didn't know that was their plan. I didn't know. No one knew that's what they were trying to do. Could this all be in an act to bring that dark creature into our plane? The Majors are torn apart. They're flying all over the universe, trying to stop this wave of calamity that's being caused in the wake of Null's awakening. I don't. We are running out. We're so thin. Kishin are appearing. There's only so many minor arcana. I just don't. And he's just hysterically, just moving back and forth without any answers. He continues for a moment, and then we're incomplete. I can't sense Bryce. I can't feel him anymore. The Ten of Swords has gone dull. And if we're fractured, how can we ever bring everything together? What do the two of you do? What are you up to, and what's going on? We'll start off with you, Lula May.
First of all, I stopped doing my bit about hats and moved that off. Lula May is, I think, while Nixus was talking, she's taking him seriously. That's not here. But she wasn't really rocked until he said that the Ten of Swords has gone dull. That he can't sense that. And immediately I get into kind of hypervigilance mode. Nixis, is it at all possible for... Now, I don't know all about how to channel Arcana energy and all of that, but I've experienced it a bit. Could something block it intentionally?
Yeah. Nixus begins thinking, sitting on his haunches as he tries to recollect some type of lost memory. The only thing I can think of, it's just eclipse. When celestial events start to take place, it makes my powers go out of whack. And I don't think this can be a coincidence at all.
Right. So it's... All right. So the power of the eclipse is dampening your ability to sense Bryce, and I assume others?
Well, my tie is only to you three. I'm your guardian. And it's my job and task to build you into the powerful minor arcana that you're destined to be, to one day take the mantle of the Major, if so chosen. And I'm failing left and right. I let Bryce be kidnapped.
That's not your fault. At the very least, not your fault entirely to bear. I take some responsibility in what happened as well.
Put
I
a
had
hand
falling
on
out.
your shoulder.
But right now, dwelling on that, on what we cannot do, is not going to bring Bryce back.
That's right.
Maybe, just maybe, there could be an answer in my sanctuary.
I think perhaps we'd take some care and caution in that. We know the source of your sanctuary, and might not be the best time for that right now. I won't tell you what to do, but I'm just saying, if there's another way.
Time's of the essence. It's been over a week, and he's not back yet.
Of course.
I've thought of every other option. Trust me, I did not come to this one lightly.
Look, Vanguard is up to something with these Cushion, and my father is all mixed up in it and helping. But there's another piece. Something, other forces at nature, at work here. But we have to have a way that we can at least tie the things together, right? Something we can do right now. Any ideas?
I can't. I don't know. I just need to. I'm sorry.
Nixus
Poofs away. It just without any word. In a kind of dull starlight portal that turns into spectral dust before dissipating, leaving the two of you alone as the wind blows, chilling on the rooftop of the school.
As he leaves, I'm just going to say out loud, Nixus? Now that is absolutely inappropriate behavior. You are supposed to excuse yourself to the people that you are speaking with. Absolutely ridiculous. Come back. And just looks to you all sad, but indignant.
I think mid-rant, Sammy would put a hand on your back, or like rubbed your upper back, and like, Nixus is also allowed to feel its feelings.
I know. I wanted, and I just keep failing. I wanted to tell them that, I mean, yes, they've made some mistakes, and I don't agree with all their decisions, but they aren't a failure.
Not by any stretch of the means.
I just always hope that they're listening. You know, ever since they were eavesdropping, ever since the beginning, and we didn't know that. So I just figure if I just say nice things about him, that he'll hear it, right?
I guess that's how it works. If he's listening at that moment.
I don't know. What are we gonna do?
At the moment, Sammy has 5 conditions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm too afraid to do anything.
Am I able to comfort or support you right now? Can I try to do that?
I would be greatly appreciative of it.
I think because you already have your hand on my back, and I think I just pull you in for kind of a half hug. I lean my head on your shoulder. I know things have been so hard right now for a while now, and I just want you to know that through all of it, I couldn't ask for a better partner than you to help us come out the other side better, stronger.
That's really sweet.
Thank you. Let's see what the dice say.
I know, right?
yeah. Let's see what the dice say. Go ahead and
I
make
don't
that
think
roll.
I still have that +1 ongoing. I think, but I have +1 for the influence, right?
Am I marked? You have +1 for influence. Am I no longer marked as your lover?
No, you still are.
Oh.
Then what you said would be very impressive. That's additional +1.
Oh, okay. So, all right. So we're gonna add it after. So hold on. This is what I'll do. +2 on this, right? Okay.
Mhm.
Great.
What is it?
It's a 6.
A
I don't know
six.
if you're able. It feels weird to use team. I'll use team selfishly, but it doesn't really make sense.
I wouldn't know. Yeah, I feel like at
Using
this,
team selfishly.
It's so weird. Yeah.
I would say in this case, because it's not really in the heart of using selfishly with this moment, I would just say the 6 probably will stand here. But you do get the market potential.
No, we're not getting the 7. We're just.
I understand. I was like, wait,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, no.
No, but I can mark a potential, no problem. And then there is a thing, my little bull heart thing. Let's see. When you comfort or support, mark a potential even on a hit. Blah blah blah. Oh, okay, never mind. So that doesn't. Okay. My other thing is something else. Cool.
The words you try to comfort, but just with Bryce being missing, although you're aligned in your goals, just the weight of everything, the weight of what Nixus just said, the state of the city, it's just too much to lift to anyone's hearts.
Yeah. I connected with Steelheart that one time, and I don't. I keep thinking we all have these like secret identities, and what about Major Arcana? Like, you think they just live up on that moon sometimes, or do you think they actually like are they all there all the time, or they have like day jobs?
I think Sammy is kind of like a little dumbfounded by that question. She's caught off a little guard. She's caught off guard a little bit, but then she kind of gets with it and she goes, "I mean, the sheer level of power that they must have to harness in that form, they have to have a day job."
Right? Okay. Then my job right now, I am taking this homework on myself. I am going to start investigating and see if we can figure out maybe the identities of these Major Arcana. Maybe we can find someone on the ground. Help us out a little bit.
I mean, this is true. Once I've had some time to heal, maybe I could assist in that.
Of course. No, you take care of health first and all that. And
It's been
let
a
me
really
know.
long week and a half.
I know. Let me know if I can do anything. I think I'm late for English class, so I'm gonna try to head over there.
No worries.
Okay.
Take care.
Bye. And as you all walk out, go back down the stairs, exiting the roof, the school has several televisions and other sorts of projections that are always showing the news or any bulletins that comes up. And one does appear at the moment when you're all, when you're splitting, you're making your way through the hallways of Metroton High. Good evening, Metroton. I am Alana Reyes, and these are today's top stories. The city continues to reel after last week's heroic regulation act was passed under our mayor's administration. The law officially restricts unlicensed vigilante activity, specifically targeting non-Arcana heroes. Enforcement of this controversial policy has already led to several high-profile arrests, sparking heated protests across multiple districts. Critics argue the move leaves the city vulnerable, while supporters claim the Tarot Guardians are Metroton's only true line of defense. Meanwhile, strange weather phenomenon has intensified across the skylines. Astronomers confirm that the upcoming eclipse will be the longest in living memory. Citizens report unexplained power surges, sudden blackouts, and shimmering distortions in the night sky. Officials know, though Vanguard sources remain tight-lipped. And related news, Kishin sightings have spiked. Eyewitnesses describe packs of twisted beasts emerging from alleyways, wreaking havoc before vanishing without a trace. Vanguard's Star Squad claims the situation is under control, but Metroton residents remain uneasy. And finally, festivities for the annual solstice celebrations are still scheduled to proceed, despite mounting tensions. Critics warn such large public gatherings could become targets for disruption. Still, city officials insist the celebration will go on, calling it a reminder of unity in troubled times. We'll continue to bring you updates as the story develops. Until then, stay safe, Metroton. And the manga page turns, and we find ourselves in a new location. The first thing heard was the bubbling of some sort of liquid in beakers and vats. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Tired and disheveled, chains can be heard moving as Bryce, you awaken. It's been days, weeks maybe? You're unsure. That you're in a chair made out of a cold alloy. Bands of etched glyphs seem to lock you in place. There's tubes shimmering with pulsing blue light as they draw your very essence from you. The threads of reality that you bend out of your veins and into crystalline engine. Across the room, you see them. Your parents, calm, clinical, talking to one another with clipboards in their hands, smiling like a serpent in a tailored suit. The walls reverberate faintly, as though the building itself resists what is happening, your power being siphoned piece by piece. And walking by, Alejandro appears in his human form. He walks into the room, getting face to face with you. Bryce, I didn't want it to come to this, but you left me no choice. How are you faring? I assume that the process isn't that painful?
What more do you want from me? I did everything that you've asked. My parents couldn't be happier. Barely conscious at this point. Just take it all already. And you just sort of like phases like backwards and closes his eyes, but he's still listening, but it's taking most of his energy to be attached to this machine right now.
He looks at you. There's a look of weary on his face, like a sense of guilt. But then you see beyond that. You see something else, almost a sense of satisfaction, as he stands up and walks behind and turns his back to you and begins walking. Bryce, this is unnecessary for protection of the city. It is being corrupted. And your mother and father and myself are here to provide a panacea, if you will, to cure the ailment. When the moon is eclipsed, your powers shall be used to tear open a hole that will allow a rebirth of something new, something needed as a harbinger of the future. Don't you see it? You think order is what the Major Arcana bring, but order is just a fallacy, a fantasy in your heads. True essence of life, of existence, is chaos. And so, chaos will take form. And with your power, we shall summon it. Summon a new power, a vessel for our Lord and Master to inhabit.
I would like to try and provoke him and say, "You mean your new Lord and Master? Surely you will fall at its feet. You can't contain it." And I'd like to try and provoke him.
Okay. He does. There is still that familial bond in a sense. So you do have, your words do matter to him. So go ahead and roll with Superior and see how he reacts.
Okay. If only I wasn't guilty, but I'm guilty right now.
A 6. Mark of potential.
I will take that potential.
He doesn't give into your provocations.
I will just start tapping my finger. Even though I can't do anything, I've said my piece trying to get a rise, and I'll just sort of tap, 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 and do that as my form of protest.
He looks at you one more time. Your parents are looking at you too, but they don't lock eyes. They turn to one another. And this entire time, the only ones giving you any sort of attention has been Alejandro. Look, this will be all over in 2 days' time at the ceremony. Once the eclipse completes and we leave this world into eternal twilight, the fool will rise. And when the fool walks, the vessel for Null shall be prepared. We must make sure a culling takes place so we can sow the lands ready for the Master to walk amongst it. I do want you by our side. If you will stop resisting and truly join us, you will find all your worries, all your cares will go away, and you can give in to the chaos.
Assuming that I cannot unleash my powers because of these magical manacles, right?
Correct.
You see him sort of like lean forward, like as if he's like pretending to like be like giving into the power, and then goes, "Nah."
And then for a moment, his face starts to shimmer and turn into its devilish form, horns curling up as he gets right into your face. You test my patience, boy.
What are you gonna do? Kill me? You can't. You need me because you're not powerful enough.
Try me.
As he says, try me, I'm gonna lean forward and headbutt him since he said he got up in my face.
Okay. He takes a stern hit. Keep struggling. It means you have more for me to siphon. Put the machine on 70%.
I would like to tap into, I don't know, tell me if this is stupid or if not, or if it's not allowed to do. I have a bond with Diamond that I would like to try and tap into. And in this moment, this is the first time I felt like she's like a defender and would jump in to defend me, and I feel like me smashing my head into him is something like she would do. And I would like it to sort of be like as I smash into him, I embody her, and I would like as if she could sort of see where what's happening, and then maybe it sort of zooms out and sees what happens and like gets a clue to where I am, or gets like a feeling or something like that. And like that's how I'd like to expend my bond, since I don't think it would make sense to pull her to me, but I feel like that might be a fair way to play that out.
Sounds like so bonds are arcana powers, and it sounds like you're trying to unleash said arcana power.
Oh, am I bound with the manacles, or can I still?
Oh no, so arcana power is a little bit different. That's all in a whole magical realm here. Now you can't transform into your arcana form, but you have a bond. So your bond can be used in this moment. In order to activate that, please go ahead and unleash the arcana.
Ooh, okay. Unleash my arcana.
Please, cards.
Please, cards.
We are telling the story.
Yay!
Now we have to see
I'll
what the
take
cards
it.
say. I love this.
I'll take it.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Me too, my goodness.
But not really, because that's not ergonomic.
So you do succeed on a partial success, but there is a cost. You can, but we'll see what everything is, and you can come up with your choices after. Go ahead and tell me to stop, and then I'll draw the card.
Now.
It is the Two of Cups
Oh.
reversed. So it's a Minor Arcana reverse. Temporary effect. Minor magical backlash. Not too bad. Not too bad.
Okay, I'll take it.
Okay. So I'll let you know what that temporary effect and that backlash is. And it may not even just affect you.
Okay. I feel like it's still worth it. And even if it's a -2, it's still a 7, so that's still a success. Or still partial success.
Yeah, it's not even a -2. It's just
okay.
This is just the unstable and minor backlash.
So I just choose one still in addition to that as
correct.
well, right?
Uh-huh. So which one are you choosing?
I'm going to mark afraid. I'm not gonna lose hopeless. I'm mad. I'm angry. Like I bashed my head in his face. He's screaming at me. I was like sort of being silly in this moment, but now I'm mad, as angry as I can be in this like drained state.
Professor Adisa is not in today teaching English class. You have a substitute teacher. He's been out for about a week. It seems.
Really?
Yes. So while you are in class and taking, just reading a excerpt out of one of the latest alchemical books, teaching you about the combination of science and magic in Metroton City, your head starts to bleed, like the top of your head, and you notice, and you see briefly a devil face snarling at you. Looking around your surroundings, you can see that there's a small window, as well as chains beneath you. And in the distance, and I believe you would know Bryce's family, plus they're famous anyway. You see Wyatt and Evelyn Oberon look up for a moment as if they're worried, take notes looking at what looks to be an EKG machine before continuing their business, and you snap back. But you are going to take the magical backlash, and I'm going to give you from that magical backlash. Let's see if I can.
Did you say Wyatt and what was their name? I'm like, who are those people?
Evelyn, your parents.
Yeah,
That's not their name. Their
No?
name is
Oh,
Duke, Carter, Eberron, and Felicity.
Oh, I must have wrote down
like,
somebody
who are
else's
these people?
name. Whoops, sorry. I don't know where I got those names
that's
from.
my people. I think
That's-
that's why.
yes, that's
it's
your-
my family.
That's your family. Sorry,
I was like,
I mixed them. Nope. Yep, you're right.
Who are these people?
These aren't my family.
It's so funny because the names were familiar, so I didn't question it. I was like, oh yeah, that's right.
Sorry.
I just forgot. No, but that's my family's
Same.
name. Apparently I'm disowning them.
You find Duke
Duke and Felicity.
Felicity.
Oberon still. That
Yes.
part's right.
Yes.
That part was correct.
Okay. Cool.
I'm going to say you get what did you take, Oberon? Oberon. What did you
Angry.
take, Bryce? Angry? You
Angry.
feel angry. I'm just mixing up names.
Look, that works for me.
All
yeah.
right, so you go ahead and mark off angry as a condition.
All right. Okay, and I do feel angry, so that's very fitting. Now, you said, okay, so Diamond saw, I think I missed the very first thing that you said, but like, I saw Bryce, right?
No.
Or no? No, it was like I was in like
Bryce's
first person.
body. Yeah.
Okay. I saw something, and then I see like small window, chains, Duke and Felicity, not my parents. And then they take notes, look at an EKG kind of machine, and then I feel this happening. Was there something, another thing?
And you saw the devil.
Oh, I saw the devil. That's what okay. Yeah, got it.
All right.
I saw the devil first. Okay.
You probably like as you pull back, like, or you see the devil, but like from that perspective, you see like the blood dripping down his head as it's dripping down to your face too.
Okay, I really like that.
Yeah. So what would you do knowing this?
Okay.
If you want to do something like this, I'm not telling you what to do. It's an idea. If you want to assess the situation, you could do it as if you were Bryce, because you're like seeing like his situation, or you could do anything else. But I'm just.
Ooh, got it. That's good. Okay. Can I also? I do have something very specific that I would like to do. As soon as you started this, I was like, ooh, I finally get to use it.
Oh, please.
But we're gonna do. Can I also assess the situation first?
Oh yes, you could
Okay.
do that first.
Um,
So you can go ahead and roll with superior.
God, I feel like I really don't want to because I have -2 to it. It's just not me. You know what? I'm a bull. I don't assess the situation. I don't know why I'm trying to do that. Marie's not playing. Lula May is playing. So I would not do it. I'm not going to assess the situation. I am going to be foolhardy and do something. I have an ability called Physics What Physics. When I unleash my powers to barrel through an insurmountable barrier, roll plus danger instead of freak. And I would like to excuse myself and say, I'm so sorry. I think I need to go to the nurse. Well, you don't care. And I just walk out.
And so you just walk out. So she's like, continue reading.
I go, and as I'm gonna immediately text Sammy and say, got a vision. Bryce needs, yeah, because this is on our. Oh, there's a thing about that, right? Did we find out that our phones are tapped or something? Wasn't there something?
Well, you just found out that there was cameras
cameras.
everywhere, and you're always being watched.
Okay, then instead, I am still texting, and I'm just gonna say, need your help, nowhere to go now. And I would like to. I'm not necessarily gonna wait for Sammy if she doesn't come out. I'm going, so I would love to try to do Physics What Physics and unleash my powers to make my way to this location, even though there's no physical way that I should be able to.
Got it. And read out link physics plus physics again.
Let's do okay. Yeah. When you unleash your powers to barrel through an insurmountable barrier, plus danger instead of freak.
Got it. All right. Go ahead and roll that unleash your powers.
Okay.
If
And
I
I'm
come-
trying to.
If
Oh,
I
go ahead.
come out, can I tag along, or is that only a move that works for her?
I'm fine with you tagging along as well.
Yes, please. I would
Amazing.
definitely. Sammy would definitely come with her for sure.
Amazing. And I think I have one more thing. Let me find out where it is. Yep. Whenever I have angry marked, take +1 to unleash your powers. So I have a +1 to this. Thank you for that, angry. Let's go. I'm rolling +1. Bum 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 and roll, please. Okay, an 8.
An 8.
Partial.
Okay.
Mark potential. Okay.
Okay, so you do it. Mark a condition, and the GM will tell you how they affect unstable and temporary. I have an exact idea what happens here.
Ooh.
So, do you want to mark another condition, or do you want me to tell you how it's unstable or temporary?
I want you to tell me how it's unstable or temporary.
Ooh, lovely. So, Sammy, you get this message, and the both of you, your classes are near each other, or we could say fictionally appropriate at this point near each other. What happens as Sammy gets this message and runs into Lula before she does this move?
Yeah, I think that upon getting that text, Samara would have looked up. She would have probably been in, for argument's sake, let's say it's like towards like the second half of the day, like late
Yeah.
period.
Yeah.
She would probably be like in her creative writing class. And upon seeing that text, her eyes would widen. Finally, a lead, is what she would think. And then she'd be like, hi, I'm so sorry. May I please go to the nurse's office? I've got to have an emergency.
The one teacher, Mr. Applebaum, gets up in an emergency. Fine. Why does it always seem that you, Samara, and a few other of my students always seem to have emergencies during my seminars? Go ahead, but make it back quickly. There will be a test on this soon.
Understood. As she's about to get up, she looks to the student next to her and she says, I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it if I could see your notes when I get back. Thank you.
Sure, yeah, of course, Sammy.
Thanks. All right. She collects her things and she leaves the room, and I think she finds like the nearest utility closet or space to like put her stuff. Peter Parker's it, and we'll get to our lovely diamond before it's too late.
Got it. All right.
SOS, let's go.
So you run out, meeting each other in the empty hallways, or at least in a secret corridor where you're sure there's no cameras or something to see you. Place where you normally meet up. A Diamond. Explain how you are going to use your powers to basically break through time itself, space time itself, to get yourself over to this location. Now, you won't be in the location. I'll explain to it, but
Right.
Before we get there, explain how that looks.
Okay.
Part of me is getting like, if you watch Doctor Strange, the latest one with America,
Mhm.
for how she America Chavez, how she like makes a star, punches a star, but
Yeah.
but anyway.
I think I grab Sammy. We go up to the roof, and I literally like grab her arm and I say, "Do you trust me?" Good. Jump. And we just like I hold onto her and then leap off like the Hulk, basically off the roof, but into like a bursting like energy, very similar to when Bryce opens a portal. I'm jumping at such a fast speed and with such power, I basically rip open a portal as well, leading me towards where Bryce is.
Got it. You jump off and hold on. Almost your legs almost becoming like springs as you use the building itself as a trampoline to push yourself off. The sheer power as for that shoots off, it cracks the building itself, shattering the glass as like a rocket. The two of you shoot off, becoming thinner and thinner and thinner until you're just a streak of light that dissipates through, causing a small little tear in the sky itself that repairs itself instantaneously. As everything is shifting quickly beside you, the entire city just becoming blurs in a moment, you are suddenly hit, like as if you're hitting a wall at a fast pace, and just immediately stop, slamming down and crashing onto the floor as you shake from the stupor and find yourselves in front of what looks to be an abandoned looking warehouse. There's an electrified gate going completely around it, and there are cameras around the edges of it, but you didn't hit any of that. And for a moment, there's a shimmer. There's a light refracting over what looks to be a dome-like barrier that you were unable to break through. And as the manga page turns again, Bryce, you, as Alejandro, or the devil in this case, grabs you by the lapel of your shirt, there is an alarm that goes off. Boom, boom, boom. What the fuck
I guess
did
it
you do?
looks like your end is arrived a little sooner than expected. And I'll lick the blood that's dripped down on my top lip.
You minor arcana. I've done all I can to attempt to save you. You will burn like the rest of your friends once I use your power. I once would have called you family, but if you keep getting in my way, and he throws you down. Looking up, a screen appears as we see shaken and disheveled Samara and Lula on the outside of this building. How about I show you true despair? How about I show you as I kill your friends? And then we'll see if your tongue will be as sharp as you pretend it to be. Gets up and turns around, opening up the door as it slants behind him. You see him barking orders angrily at not only your mother and father, but some other types of henchmen as they are preparing to deal with the coming intruders.
Do they leave with him, or are my parents still in the room?
They're still in the room.
After he's left for a moment? Yeah. I would like to say to them, I would say, I hope you're happy, and pray these binds never come off me, because I am no longer your son.
Your Duke walks up. Bryce, why couldn't you just listen to Alejandro? Why can't you join us? You don't know we're doing this all for the greater good.
Kidnapping people, binding your son, stealing my powers. Look at you. You've deluded yourself to believing that you're a good guy. I remember when you took me to the superhero movies when I was a child and told me that was going to be me. You're a liar.
You have all this power, all of this, and you don't even know how to use it. The only reason why you have those powers is because of us. because of the deal that we made with Alejandro and the Umbral Council. You should be thankful that you were better than the mundane that walk this planet. And we will be exalted. We will take our rightful place. All you need to do is just accept the Umbral Council and let No cover this planet with his darkness. And only then will true light shine.
True light. Yeah, right. I'll show you true light. And then I look towards the monitor and I see my friends standing up and trying to persevere. You want to see true light? Look at the future. Look at them.
You'll just have to look at... Actually... Go ahead and roll me another provoke with Superior.
Oh, yes. Partial success.
Okay. Excuse me. Choose one.
I will say you gain critical opportunity and they err, and I would like it to be that maybe like my mother starts to say something and the interactions that I have, these interactions, she's like shaking and then like stumbles backwards and puts her hand on something and pushes a button, and that gives me a opportunity that they don't realize.
Okay. Your father picks you up and goes, You are supposed to be the ultimate weapon. You are supposed to be our Messiah. And you are supposed to listen to your parents, and then picks you up, and your EKG readings begin to rise as your mother runs in, says, Duke, we need to make sure he stays within the levels. All right. You're right. And she as he looks at you one last time, says, "You are a disappointment." And when he walks out,
I'm gonna say, careful with the weapons you make, because you might be not the one who wields them.
And he just doesn't even give you another look. Stops for a moment, walks through, and seems to be arguing with your mother from the other side of the glass, who throws up her hands, slams it down, and unknowingly, beep, the shackles release. But they're just arguing for a moment, going back and forth.
Oh, yes.
All right. Meanwhile, now it's your freedom. Lula Marie, Samara, you see a black, shadowy gate appear in front of you, and as it does, 1, 2, 3 Kishin, large beasts, dog-like beasts, with tentacles coming out their necks, glowing in a strange oil slick-like ethereal shimmer, start to come out and start to step out one by one, their nose snarling, their 4 nostrils that are in the middle of between their beady eyes, as they quickly surround you, as a voice is heard echoing. Well, Minor Arcana, I don't know how you found this location, but you've gone as far as you will. You will not interrupt our preparations. Why don't you play with our attack dogs? And I promise you, they're not the basic Kishin you have dealt with before. These have been enhanced. Have fun, and I hope your deaths put in a brilliant show for your friend Bryce.
As that happens, the gate has opened, and I'm watching these monsters step through and listen to the evil monologue. I'm still holding Sammy. And I think we look like ourselves right now. I didn't change. Is there anyone watching? Any civilians?
No. I would even say without having to make any type of rolls. The streets are like clear. This is a hidden area where they don't make sure that no one can see.
Then I would love to use something I've never used before and mark a condition to do it, since I can't reveal my secret identity. That would have been dramatic, but there's no one here. So if I'm willing to pay high cost to keep my loved ones safe, reveal my secret identity, or mark a condition. I'm going to mark insecure, because I am feeling insecure about the fact that I have already failed my friends, and I don't even know if I'm capable of this. What I would like to do is, as that portal opens, I would like to, as if I rolled a 12+, leap with Sammy through that portal and go towards Bryce to defend and save Bryce. F these Keishan. They'll figure it out.
Okay.
There's no civilians. It'll be fine. I've never used this power, and I've had it since like episode 2.
Okay. Feels like a identity. All right. To defend a loved one, as this you rolled it. Oh, so do you even need to roll? That's
I don't even need to roll.
A 12. Okay.
It's why I've held it, because I wanted it to be a fun, cool moment.
Lovely. Describe how this happens, because it just happens.
Great. So yeah, no, I hear the evil monologue. I'm still holding Sammy, so I don't even have to reach out. I just look to Sammy, and then I'm assuming this is kind of a voice, disembodied voice, like we're hearing the devil, but we're not. Okay. I just say out loud, cute, but I have other plans. Sorry, you'll have to make an appointment. And I just leap through with my bestie here, and I would like to appear within the distance of that machine that I saw, or at least be barreling through towards it.
Okay. They're basically on the other side, or whatever this portal comes through. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to add to the manga pages. So like as the panels build page by page, you see like a recall back to when Bryce was like tapping. You see Lula May smash through a wall, and in the same time that's like Bryce tapping, and then it's like Lula May like punching through past these demons, and it's the Bryce tap, and it's like as if it's like the tap that's like leading her to her allies.
Love that.
It's your signature tap.
Tap.
All right. And Sammy, you're going with and jumping through?
Absolutely no doubt about it.
Got it. So you barrel through this, jumping through the portal, flowing into darkness as you appear on the other side, tumbling in what looks to be a large room made of metal. No Bryce there yet, though. But it is a facility. The outside was just a facade. This is a complex, upgraded facility full of all sorts of machines, vats of strange liquids, that has multiple tiers above, about 3 stories. As you look around, you can sense and feel Bryce is nearby, but you hear the alarms that are going off at the moment, and the Keishan appear as well, coming through, trying to follow you at this moment. As this kind of chase begins, and you're in there, this kind of chase scene starts, and the Keishan are trying to catch up with you as you appear, making your way towards Bryce. Suddenly, the Keishan there's like almost like a electrical buzz that's heard, and the Keishan freeze in place. So you hear zing, 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 and you turn around and you see the Keishan are just frozen solid, at their feet are small little kunais in the shape of in the shape of skulls. That are like attached to their shadows, keeping them in place for that moment. You see up above on one of the scaffoldings that are above you, a gentleman looks to be, just from his body type, no more than 17, 18 years old, though he's wearing a skull mask that blocks most of his face up into his hairless chin. He has white hair that covers the top of the skull mask, and is wearing a black cape and a vest underneath this cape, and almost like a gray slacks. So he has like the colorings of like a skeleton or bones with this cape and his mask on his face. He looks down at you, and his eyes are completely white, almost like just white hue above where the mask holes will be. And you hear him go, "Minor Arcana, you have to go and save your friends. Leave the Kishin to me. I'll make sure that they are dealt with. Go. There is not much time left. They cannot get the power of the 10 of Swords."
And this is not one of the Minor Arcana that
seen-
we've seen.
Yeah, you don't know the Minor Arcana, Major Arcana. You have no idea who this
Great.
young person is who appears out of nowhere.
I think can I transform here?
If you certainly can. You have the ability. Nothing can stop you.
I think just for the visual of it, as we're like leaping through this portal, the staff is forming, and I'm taking on my Minor Arcana, the Knight of Wands form, and I think I kind of salute with my staff is the thing I can think of, just to sort of like, there's no words, it's just recognizing that they are protecting also, and I don't know who they are, but thank you.
He says, as the Kishin are held in place, but they're starting to move. He looks down at you. He jumps down, flowing beautifully as his cape is just flapping in the wind as he lands superhero style in front of you, and he turns around. And looking at in his eyes, even though that it's like this ice white gaze, there's almost like a sense of peacefulness coming from him. Let's go. And when you meet Upper Rip, use your powers to destroy the machine that's attached to him. Stop it before they get what they need. Stop it before they use it to summon the fool. And you three, he says, turning over at the Kishin, will have to deal with me. It's time to dine with death. And he puts down his hand, and a silver rapier appears out of it, and his suit then becomes covered in black armor, almost obsidian shelled armors, all in the shapes of hexagonal shapes, and above, covering that kind of suit that he has, and his back cape then glows with a Grim Reaper holding a sickle, and then his rapier then splits into two, and then he connects them together, flipping them around, as now he has a large staff-like sickle in his hand that can break and come together again, and he twirls it around. En garde! And he is going to go fight. What are the two of you doing?
I love this guy. We're running towards the machine. That I had a vision of it, and I think that's where I'm headed. There's no time to hesitate.
Time is of the essence. We stick together.
All right. Sam, are you transforming or you're staying in your regular form?
I think I've got way too many conditions to be transforming. Like if I can't go out like that, so I think I'm gonna stay in my form. If anything, what I will do is I will power up. I will charge my burn.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Ooh, child.
That's a full
Look at
charge,
that.
baby.
Woo!
Nice.
Woo, child.
You are.
I almost went down. I think Sammy's eyes flash before her eyes in a very different kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she as she's running with you, we just see that same color, that pinkish, purplish, fuchsia hue is beginning to like cover her body as she's almost like trying to build almost like a little exterior armor, so to speak, to kind of like fly out there in case anything comes at her. She can like throw it back at them. But yeah, we're all in. Let's get our boy Bryce.
Love it.
You run through this facility, making your way as the alarms are buzzing and buzzing. You start to see Keishan are appearing, but with your connection with Bryce, Lula Marie, with that bond, you are led directly in there. And it's even something more than that. Ever since meeting that strange masked gentleman, it's like almost as if anything that was clouding, blocking your connection with Bryce has been completely destroyed as you pass through corridor after corridor until finally you walk up and see, and you know Bryce's, you saw the vision, so you know Bryce's parents arguing. And what do you mean? The boy is... And they are in shock as they see the two of you. What are you two doing here?
I could ask you the same thing. Honestly.
Guards!
We won't waste our
Guards!
time.
As they say guards, I would love to go in and punch them in the face.
Go ahead and directly engage that threat.
Quick question.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Question. Who are these people calling guards?
Those are
parents?
Bryce's parents.
Do they have abilities?
No, they're just normal people.
They're just mundane, right?
Yeah.
They're one honey mundani.
Is this actually a role?
Yeah, honestly, I was thinking that. I was like, you don't need to roll for them. They're
don't have to
literally
roll?
normies. They're normies. Yep, you're totally right.
What I would like to do then is, as they're trying to call for guards, hopefully before they are able to actually do it, I know the alarm's already going off, but I don't care. I am honestly just down to basically headbutt them into each other and throw them to the side.
And they kind of fall unconscious as you throw them to the side and see through a metal door and a big glass window Bryce, who you are freed from your power. So what are you doing now that your powers are coming back?
I would like to try and charge up as well. Charge up my burn.
All right.
And then potentially do something with that. So let me also roll my playbook move, my burn.
Can I say, when I headbutted them and they hit the ground, I just look down with a disapproving look and I say, do better. Going towards Bryce.
Nice.
Ooh, an 11.
So I would like to say how you sort of see this is, since the manacles, she like knocked back and the manacles fell off and all of that. I saw, this has been happening for over a week, and I saw them playing with the knobs and number, and he's a millennial of this group. So you see him, as my parents were arguing and he was trying to come up with a plan, he actually sort of got out of the seat, went to the terminal, and still kept it all hooked up and did like a reverse sequence and like tried to like reverse and pull back whatever, as much as he can. So it feels like an infusion to him. And then like, he doesn't know his friends are coming or not, but he was just, that's what he was trying to do to like build up his burn in this moment.
Lovely. full powered. You see your allies on the other side. What do you do? Do one of you want to open up the door? Do you go out? How does this? Because you're still buried between the two of you, but with your powers, I'm sure you're able to get through this.
Yeah,
I'm still woozy. I'll say like I'm still like coming back together. So we're like, what, Diamond? What are you doing in here?
I rip the door off its hinges.
It gets pulled from its hinges as you are all reunited once again.
I would run up to Diamond and give her a hug, and I would just be like, I called out to you.
I heard. And you still see blood trickling down my forehead that I haven't wiped off.
And you just hear the tears when you say, I heard, and I say, I know. And I just like continue to hug, and I'll say after a moment, Sammy, I see you too. Come on. And I'll like grab her. Yeah. I knew you guys would come. You're my family. I love you both.
I'll always come for you, buddy. We have to destroy this machine. I would love to keep reminiscing and getting all cozy, but your parents are up to some nonsense.
Please don't call them that. Now. Please don't call them that. They're dead to me.
Well, hopefully I didn't kill him. I don't think I did. But we do need to destroy this machine, and that's my new focus.
I will sort of like look at it to see how much like, blood or plasma it's given back to me. And if it's given like a sufficient amount, I'll like rip the cords off my arm.
Oh, yes. So you've absorbed some there. There's still plenty in this huge vat of your energy. And as you say that, you hear, you will not be doing any of that. As appearing in front of you, the devil, once again, his full form. I'm more than enough to take care of you. And I've warned you. Fine. We'll take what we have here, and I will make sure that each and every one of you suffers a defeat like you have never experienced before. You will wish you gave into, and immediately he stops talking as he freezes, and appearing in a puff of smoke and light. You see that same gentleman who goes, now, while I have him, destroy it quickly. And Alejandro the devil goes, Revenant, you have been a thorn in my side for far too long. Well, I'm so glad that I've made such a lasting impression on you. Go, Arcana. I'll handle this one.
All right.
Nice.
Would it be possible? I still want to give like room for everyone else to do what they're going to do, but Diamond has been holding back and learning not to cause collateral damage. This is not a moment for that. I would love to use the in a China shop ability to directly engage a threat and just start destroying, specifically to cause significant collateral damage to the machine, the area. I would like to intentionally cause damage. I don't know if that's how it works, but it's funny.
It is.
Oh, so you're doing bull in a China shop with the purpose of, yes, that collateral damage is what I want.
Actually, this time I do want that.
Totally.
I don't actually know if that really works. Also, it might not matter, but I just thought it would be fun.
No, I think that's hysterical because like I could do that. I could do that too because one of my reality storm is if you do, it will cause unwanted collateral damage. But in this moment, it is wanted collateral damage. So I would also to
trust when it says unwanted. It'll find a way to make it unwanted, but you'll still be able to mess things up.
Yeah.
It might be unwanted a little bit, but I feel like
you might do a little extra you don't want, but at least. Alrighty.
So funny. Yeah, I kind
lean
of
into the destructive nature of your power.
It just felt like the right thing for right now.
This is the moment.
And honestly,
it's the finale.
Yeah, Honestly, I don't even think I'm messing with the Arcana thing. I had considered doing like strike the Arcana. I don't think I'm doing that. Right now it's about us as people and not about us as Arcana. So I would just
That's why I
like to
don't want to go
directly.
to my Arcana form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Cool.
Oh, cool.
All right.
Great.
So it's
Cool.
something like so you can directly
Direct
engage a threat as there are many threats, but the threat specifically is this machine, which may or may not have defenses. We'll find out.
Great.
And so you can go ahead and roll that directly to threat. Rip,
Great.
you're doing what exactly?
Rip.
Oh,
Rip.
sorry. I want
good.
to aid Diamond in this collateral damage. So whether that's directly using my reality storm or boosting her, I'll depend on like what her rolls. But I want her to go first because I'm still sort of weakened in this moment. Didn't
That's a
even
10.
notice. She got it. So we'll flavor wise,
like that.
you feel the rip energy and you feel
Yes.
me channeling and giving you a boost, but it's not necessarily needed. But yeah.
It is needed.
Diamond
I think it's
enablement. Yes.
It's the thing that Diamond needed. And if we
Yes.
look at
Diamond enablement.
the future poll that we got earlier and smugness, that's what's happening right now.
Yes.
Valid.
Bam. All righty. So you get to pick 2.
Great. Okay.
So this
Take
machine
something from them.
Okay.
I
machine
want
may have
to
some
take them
defenses.
Yeah, I would like to take the ability to release the fool or like succeed in its ultimate goal.
Yeah. Take the function, the ability to
Take
function.
the function away. I would like to impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition, and I am not resisting blows.
Got it. Samara, are you doing anything?
Yes.
I think I have also a thing, so I'm gonna have to make
Yes.
sure.
I have a question though.
Sure.
In this moment, would Samara be able to utilize overcharge? Would this be something that would be an obstacle she's trying to overcome, or are you trying to have us like directly engage this thing?
Ooh.
You can it is an obstacle, especially what may happen next, and I'll count this towards that. But yes, this is definitely an obstacle. For all intents and purposes, this machine, you'll find out, will have some defenses and can blow back and all that stuff. So it is thing, but it's also an obstacle in your way. There's still the devil who's there who can totally react to what you're doing, though he is distracted by the Revenant. If you didn't know, this is the major arcana of death. But
So good. I did forget though.
No.
I know, right? It was good. I did forget I'm able to pick a third option though because of the causing additional collateral damage for the China shop thing. Do I want to create an opportunity for my allies or resist blows? I think
you should create an opportunity because
that's what I'm thinking.
I didn't actually do anything. So for my turn, I was going to say for the blowback that's going to happen, I'm going to use my shielding flare.
That's beautiful.
To sort of
I was
block
leaning towards
to defend you in that moment. But I think you should wreck as much as you can.
I think that's what's happening. I think Diamond is more focused on helping and supporting right now. So I don't think she's thinking about her.
Helping and supporting the destruction of this fucking object.
No, helping and supporting all of you though too. But yes, so that's my third one. Create an opportunity for my allies. So impress, surprise, create an opportunity, and take something from them. That's what I want.
And Sammy, you wanted to use, yes, you could totally, this is also an obstacle. Because you probably need to get away. This entire building is an obstacle to you. So that's very vague. I'll be with the obstacle itself. So I'll let you formulate what you would like to do. But yes, please use your overcharge.
Yeah, no, I would like to spend 2 of my burn. I am not quite so gung-ho. I'm sorry, no, this is not different move. This one says you must spend 2 burn to take a 10 plus when you unleash your powers. So I'm using overcharge. And I think what that looks like is if let's say like we're all attacking it and we need like an extra hit, I think we're gonna see Hex raise her hands, and that very same energy that was coalescing on her body, it starts to warp and it shifts and it turns to those very same kind of like rock shapes you see in my photo as they launch forward, pelting that machine, slamming into it to overcome this obstacle. Or if there are people running our way, like those guards, I'm stopping them from coming at us and hitting them with my psychic constructs to back them off to allow my team to continue attacking this to overcome that obstacle.
I love
a lot of
that.
obstacles to overcome, you mentioned.
Oh yeah, because I was gonna say the Kishin are still gonna make their way there. So
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, so to put it all together, as you're looking at this large machine with the tubes that have been released, you see the Revenant just swirling around, going from double-bladed sword to sickle, back and forth, fighting the devil, who's using just psychic, almost like red hands that are appearing to block and parry. Though he's distracted and looking at you, and you hear, no, pay attention to me, mon ami, and continues to distract as Diamond, you rush in there, stepping, crushing the ground. I think it even creates an earthquake as you just release all of your anger that you've been holding up. And I would even say, if you want, that you can have this be a way for you to clear your anger condition, because you were just destroying all these things plus then, and releasing all that energy. The machine is large and you just thrust into it. There is a hexagonal black barrier around it, and that it's like, and you can see electricity like begin to shock as you're just clobbering and hitting it. As you strike it with the final blow, it shatters, almost like the Final Fantasy shell ability, as it extinguishes, and you break directly through the mechanical pieces, pulling out all types of cogs and wiring. But in that same moment, it will trade blows and release its defensive mechanism. A blast of electrical energy will shoot out, where at this moment, since you decided to defend, Bryce, and do you have to do any type of roll, or just use your straight power? I forgot what you were using.
I call up a fast protective shield to stop danger, to spend one burn to defend someone, and I get to roll with Freak instead of Savior. Yeah, so my Freak is a +2 instead of a Savior, which is -1.
Nice. Go ahead. Let's see if you take this blow or not. Oh my good, you guys are on fire! Describe how you defend from the electrical blast that would have done some major damage.
So I'm gonna say that, you know, as described, some of the cogs were pulled out, like the vat and the energy that was being contained is now like on a warbly base, and sort of like, you know, very cartoon style, like you see like like little sprouts of like energy, like little, you know, water shooting out, but that's actually like my magical essence, and I'm able to channel me, like I can feel my own energy within my vicinity, and seeing her about to get hit, I just like will this energy to sort of like envelop her, and it's just sort of like a like warm bubble hug that like wraps around her and takes this blow. Or would you like to add on that or change that?
I kind of love that, and I think because it's your energy swirling around, maybe we see like light little like electrical that cartoon electrical like zigzags, but they look like little swords.
Yeah, like being fended off by like with little swords fending off the electricity.
Like they're parrying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cute. Like you zoom in on the panel and you see that.
I like it. It's like a small thing, but I like it.
And in the back, you see at the bottom panel in the back, you see Bryce sort of doing his Professor X, like, wah, 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 like, you know, pulling the energy to sort of like wash over her, like in the best way.
And as that's happened, just Kishin and guards are starting to run in. These kind of red-suited and black mask-wearing henchmen, if you will, with the dark Kishus are coming up, looking over at Bryce and, or to say, Rip and Diamond as Hex. How do you interact with these guards who are making their way in?
interact with them.
Oh, it's because
in-
you were using your ability to stop them from.
Oh yeah, she's knocking them all down.
Yeah,
Like
I was saying,
she
yeah.
shouted to
that
her
look?
friends, her companions, her comrades, "I'll buy as much time as I can. You've got this." And as she turns around, all that energy that was on her, that psychic construct, starts to warp and projects outward. And if there's like 10 to 15 of them, my thing is like, I'm gonna get hit in the leg, falls on his face down. They're just all being, and it's almost like a burst. And as that happens, she kind of like takes a deep breath. As she has to burn through a lot of that energy and burn. And I think that moment, she only has 1 point left. And I think what she will do to be a bit more proactive, I'll use my last burn to use my flare move to move further up. So if any more are coming, I can head them off even faster. And now I'm out of burn.
Got it. All right, so was gonna have them intercede in, but Sammy has taken care. Sorry, Hex has taken care of that. As she jumps up, there are just a small army of creatures making their way, and Hex just is shooting out all of her abilities, blocking. We hear as we just have manga page after manga page of just Hex's ability, just blasting back these creatures. As we flip through pages, and you just see, and I'm going pure anime here, just white and red light just shining across this huge laboratory room of Revenant and the Devil. Fighting each other, ching, 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 just blasting in light as they separate again. Alejandro taking deep breaths, tired, as you just see a smirk, a smile underneath the mask of, at the bottom of the mask of Revenant. And you turning around after the explosion in the device, and you see all of Rip's energy just disperse. Alejandro goes, "No! Oh, you have ruined it all. You ruined everything. If the eclipse won't come, and the fool will not rise, I will make sure you'll all suffer. Everyone will die, and with your blood, chaos shall reign." And he begins to charge up, and immediately Revenant turns and looks at all of you. Minor Arcana, get out of here now. The mayor, they are waiting for you on the outside. I've already freed them. But you must go now, before he unleashes his final attack. I'll keep it. I'll defend it and keep it at bay here. But you all must be safe. You must live. And he pulls out his staff, and it begins spinning, he holds out his sickle, and it begins spinning in his hand as if it's like at the palm of his hand, what is out, and it begins spinning more and more as skulls start to appear around. It almost looks ominous, but there's a sense of almost absolution in it, a sense of peace. And all the skulls then begin to surround the devil at this moment. Their mouth open up one by one, and you hear, "Death's reprieve. and in that they like the mouths, all the skull mouths shoot out a white light as it charges. And the light strikes as the devil just says, shouts out, and says, "Umbral mortality!" And with the two super moves clashing together, there's a bright light, and the entire facility shakes. You have the three of you, whether or not you care about the henchmen who are there, and then of course Bryce's unconscious parents. And it looks like this place is going to go. What do the three of you do?
I have enough burn to create a door out, and so as Sammy uses, or Hex uses their move to like get closer to Diamond and I'm going to grab the both of them, and as I've been sort of tapping, I've now started tapping my foot, and the ripples and waves on the ground starts to create the fluctuations in space-time my friends have seen before, and I'm going to create a portal for us to fall through.
And Diamond has something to add to that.
Yeah.
Diamond is a protector, not a killer. And she's going to go and grab your stupid parents. And she'll still look to you, but say, I can't just let them die. They need to pay for what they did.
Oh my goodness. Can we pause for a second?
Yeah.
We above board? Are we like killing? Can we kill in this or not? Like, what's our? I forget. Like, what's our lines and veils on that?
Sammy's staying out of this one.
Well, people have died. Death is
People
not.
have died, yeah.
But like
it's only 18 plus,
but like, can
you.
we? Okay.
Do you want to? Yes. Do you, as heroes? I'll leave it up to you.
And if we
it's your
have to,
choice.
we can rewind back to behind that moment. But I just feel like that's what would make sense for my character.
I would say, as you say, like like you see, like my foot tapping the ground, creating like the portal, the circle that's going to envelop us. You go to like leave it, and you say like, I'm not a killer. I have to save them, and I'm like, you're not a killer, but they're not worth being saved, and they're no longer my parents. Those are people who tortured me, and I am an orphan. And I grab your hand before you leave the circle. And I like grab your hand and prevent you from leaving the circle. And if I can control it, I'll leave.
Does anyone do anything in response, or do we have the scene go?
I think Sammy is going to. Yeah, me doing it now. I think Hex is going to open her mouth to say something, but I think it's too late. I think the door is open and we're pushed through.
I think as much as, because I think I have things that I could do. But I think for the story, I'm going to lean into the fact that my agency just got taken.
Yeah. Same. I like it for the story.
I'm going to play that out.
Same. Because Sammy also would not be inclined to want to see people needlessly die.
Mm-hmm.
Especially what she's been through. So that's the reason why she's like,
And here's the problem. Like, I can't save everyone. And I know that the guards are here too. But yeah, Diamond is still feeling. You have to think of where Diamond's at right now. Like, Lula Marie is still not knowing what's going on with her parents. And it's like, they're still your parents. And this horrible situation, she's still like, what weight will Bryce carry if we let that happen this way? Right? But instead, we play out the story as is. Is that?
I mean,
I have 5 conditions marked. I'm a mess. I can't do shit.
No, you can't. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, it makes sense. So, okay. So then I hope that this is not too much for you to edit. TaleWeaver.
Yeah, I feel bad.
Patreon content. It's fine.
I'm just saying. So basically, if we look at the full scene, as I said, that's what Diamond was intending. Bryce stops her and takes that choice away, and we go.
Alrighty.
I like it.
Spicy.
Yeah.
Your parents.
They've
wake
made
up.
their choice.
And just real quick. When are we taking a break again?
Oh, after this scene,
Okay.
honestly, it wouldn't even be. Well, I'm still gonna do a break. I might just say like we come back for like 10 minutes and just do the final wrap up. But this is essentially the end. Like, it won't be part 2. But yes. So, and with that, Rip, you look on. Your power is boiling. You see the Death's Reprieve holding back the umbral mortality, and you see your mother and father regain consciousness and look at you for a moment, and just. You stare at them with pure disgust. And without a moment's notice, the three of you teleport away. And then as you appear on the outside of the building, the manga people turn and give a quick glimpse of the battle of the battle of Revenant and the Devil. And in that moment, Revenant is holding it back with his Death's Reprieve. You will never have them, for the light of life will always triumph. He lets it go as the skulls all dissipate. And he goes, you will not escape me, Revenant. And then manga print turns again, and you see the entire facility explode. As you all blasted back slightly, your Arcana power shut off from the sheer magnitude of the backlash of the shockwave, and you look down and then see just flames, smoke, and shrapnel in all pieces just falling from the sky, leaving nothing on the inside. And with that, staring at what is left of this facility and hoping that it stopped whatever darkness that was supposed to come. Two days later, Metroton bursts to life in radiant celebration. Strings of lanterns painted with tarot symbols sway across the streets. They're glowing like fallen stars. Children laugh as they chase each other with sparklers shaped like comets, while food stalls steam with sweet buns, dumplings, and hot cider. Fireworks erupt in violet and silver, showering the skyline in glittering arcs that reflect off the city's crystalline towers. But the true centerpiece aren't the towers or the fireworks. It's the return of the mayor. They are standing tall at the balcony of City Hall that has been repaired. Robed in a ceremonial midnight blue, their voice rings over the crowd, carried by amplifications of magic science that is predominant in this city of light. And they announce the repeal on the ban of non-tarot heroes, declaring that Metroton needs all of its defenders, Arcana and Ordinary alike, especially during these trying times. As the crowd erupt in cheers, some crying in relief, others holding each other with hope that hasn't been felt in months, though there are still a few who have a disdain, a hatred for those that are not of the Arcana magic flavor. And also Vanguard patrols can be seen. They are making their presence even heavier than it used to be. Their visors are unreadable. And as banners of celebration drape the streets, whispers ripple through the crowd about what to come next. As the eclipse finally happens and everyone smiles, it passes by without any issue. But there's still an unease that lingers like frost at the edge of every window pane. People of Metroton, Tonight, beneath the light of the solstice, we gather not in fear, but in celebration. For too long, the city has been divided. Arcana heroes on one side, our ordinary defenders on the other. We let suspicion take root where unity should have flourished, but no longer. As of this moment, I hereby repeal the decree that forbade our non-Arcana heroes from answering the call. Metroton will not turn away from those who risk their lives to defend her. Every protector, whether blessed by magic or born of mortal will, has a place in the City of Lights. Tonight, we celebrate. Tomorrow, we endure, and forever we rise. Forever Metroton, forever us all. Where are you all currently during this massive celebration in the center of Metroton City? Let's start with, I feel you all would be together. Perhaps, at least I hope so. So I'll let you all together decide what the scene looks like, where you are all enjoying the winter festivities.
I'll start with just saying to toss it to the both of you. I think Lula May is hyper vigilant right now. So still waiting for another shoe to drop, like something to happen. And also really has her eyes on the Vanguard patrol. So I think preparing for this celebration, knowing it was coming, I think I would have come to both of you and at least ask like kind of where you're at with this, because my goal is going to be kind of incognito protecting the crowds and watching Vanguard's movements. What do you guys think? Oh my god, why the hat though?
Because we're outside.
Oh man, I'm okay.
We're outside, and you said incognito, right?
I did say that.
Where do I have my sunglasses?
Incognito, so dressed in commoner's clothes. So
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm
You already
upset today.
I agree. I feel like I would still be hyper vigilant, but I'm also still. I think a few days passes, so most of my emotional conditions would have gone away, but I'm still gonna keep like guilty and angry checked, because he's reflecting on what just happened and what Diamond said, and he has every right to still be angry at his parents who tortured him and told him that he was created for their purpose and need. And also guilty because Lula wanted to save them, and he basically was like, they're already dead, damning them. So I'm still like just sort of milling through those emotions, but like I'll come back with like hot ciders, like, sort of, square bucks, and get and have here's your chai latte, and I got the cider.
Yeah, I do think there's some
cider and the
tension
whatever.
still, probably because Lula really doesn't know how to process what happened.
But I'll come back with like a cup and hand each of you, and we're just sort of like know that we need to be together, but also are still working through how to feel. But that's what Bryce is right now.
Sammy would also kind of be at a loss for words. She never had family like that, so she doesn't really know. She really can't empathize with him. She feels for him, but at the same time, she's not sure he's thought this through, because she knows what it feels like to go long nights with wishing that you had a chance to get a do-over. So I think right now she is just trying to, she can't empathize, but she will still try and be compassionate and give him space and be there to talk, because she's still dealing with their stuff from earlier. So right now she's not trying to cross any line or anything. She's like basically walking on what's a level above eggshells. because that's what she's walking on.
Chicken shells. Wait.
Yeah.
Instead
What's
of
even
eggshells,
worse than
you're
walking on eggshells?
You're
Is there
walking
anything worse?
on actual eggs.
Actual eggs.
She's walking on eggs right now.
Actual eggs.
She's walking on actual
You don't
eggs.
crack any eggs.
And some of them are hard boiled and some aren't, and you don't know which ones
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
are which. Some of them are definitely deviled, though.
I'm done.
Sorry, I'm done with
You're
that
good.
now.
You're good. You're
I
good. No,
had
no.
to. I had
The
to.
devil puns. Keep them coming.
Yeah. Okay, so then, I guess. Oh my God. Yeah. You know what?
I think Sammy would also like once we got our drinks from Square Bucks, she would ask that we kind of just like stay in the background, not try to
Yeah.
bring attention to ourselves. And she knows it's kind of hard for the two of you.
It is. Can I say though, would I have been able to scout ahead of time and try to look for all of the cameras?
Oh. I would say you definitely in those last few days could have went around and searching and collected. You're not sure if you got all of them,
Right.
but you have definitely disposed of many of the
Okay.
cameras.
Cool. That's
At least
it.
the ones, especially the ones that are in your normal hangout spots and everywhere. You've got to
Oh,
grab some of
I
those.
should say, I
The
would have
ones we've been
also looked
aware
at
of.
my house, I will say. Because of the connection between Bryce's family and mine, and my suspicions about my family, I probably would be looking at my house.
In your house,
Same
there were no
with-
cameras, but there were cameras definitely around the vicinity of your house that you would get.
Same with around my little wayward house.
Same.
I would leave the ones around the vicinity of my house up.
Got it. All
Don't
right.
want to tip them off.
Okay. Any last things you wish to do before we go into the final chapter of our core? Here, as you are celebrating.
I think Sammy wants to formally apologize
Ooh.
to Bryce because she never got the chance to do that. And she doesn't want to sweep that incident under the rug by any means. So I think that while she has her mug, her hot cocoa she asked for, extra marshmallows, she like takes a big sip and she looks over at Bryce and clears her throat. And in this moment, what would Bryce's outward facade be giving? What vibes?
He would be giving sort of spaced out, preppy, like just someone who's there, but not present. Like I'm sipping my coffee, but I'm like staring at the ground instead of at like the parade or the people or the stage. You know, I'm just sort of like stuck in my own head.
At that moment, actually, real quick, I guess let me get some housekeeping out of the way. I'm definitely using my move, the mask. So I'm swapping out my +3 savior for my -1 mundane, making my mundane +3 and my savior -1. It's one of those once per session moves.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to kind of like bump my shoulder. Sammy bumps her shoulder into Bryce. She says, "So, penny few thoughts. How are you holding up right now?"
I guess it's really just the nerves and the tension sort of keeping me standing right now. I'm afraid that, you know, once midnight strikes and the full moon is here, the full eclipse is here, well, hell is going to break loose. Nervous for that. And yeah, nothing else important is happening in my life. Or happened. It's totally, I don't know what you're talking about. And he's just like obviously like 100% just trying to ignore it, even though it's obvious that it's like the first thing on his mind.
She stays quiet for a while, and then she takes a long sip from her hot cocoa and says, that night when we fought, I never had a chance to actually say how sorry I am. I should have known better. But for that, I'll be doing my damnedest to earn your trust again.
Well, I think you've added the word tact to your vocabulary, so that's quite wonderful to hear. I will say that I, in the past, have had to learn the meaning of a few words like tact and vulnerability too, so I get it. I'm still really hurt, but I'm not holding it against you, and I'll be okay. I just need a little bit more time, but we can move past it. I forgive you.
Thank you, Bryce.
I'm going to
Sorry.
turn to you and just start sobbing and say, they told me that they bred me for a purpose, and I was made to serve them. I wasn't their son. They weren't my parents. My parents died when my powers awakened. And I became a tool to them. And you just sort of like pushes away the tears as you can sort of now start to understand his like logic and his like line of thinking. And I'm assuming, Lula, you're probably like sitting on the edge of the bench, on the other side of the bench.
I think I at least try to step away so that you have a little privacy.
Appreciated. When you mention just being a tool to them, that's when Sammy would put a hand on your shoulder and she would say, what I didn't tell you was that after that fight, I too left to get some air. I went back to my sanctuary. And my mother decided to come pay me a visit. The moon implored me to stop these foolish games, to join her, so I would be spared from some cosmic fate. The very same being that was once my nemesis, that was chasing me, hunting me down for my powers, was pleading with me to join her, so I'd be spared in the coming fight. I know that sometimes our parents can literally be monsters. So, I actually do understand. And for that, there's no judgment. Can I roll to guide and to comfort and support?
Ooh, yes, please.
I do have the condition of angry, so that should actually be an 11. Sorry, a 10.
But still.
But still, a full hit.
Mm-hmm.
How
But
do you
does he
respond?
hear you?
Does he hear me? What do you do?
Yeah, I will take that potential. Boom, and now I have 5. I'm still angry and guilty. It's only been 2 days, and I hear the words and I appreciate it. I feel like it's put me on a pathway forward, whereas maybe right now I was just stuck. But knowing that other people walk or have walked this path makes it a little less hard. And I think, you know, as the manga panel goes to the next panel, you see like a thread connect between Rip and Hex, and a new emotional connection has been born, and we found a new common ground to sort of explore together as we walk this path. And I just sort of embrace Sammy in the moment. And damn, I say damn, being a hero sucks so hard, but sometimes I just want to be a monster hunter.
And she kind of just nods. Because she knows. Of course, she would accept the embrace and just kind of just nod into like his statement. And for me, on a 10 plus, when you comfort or support someone, you can also add a team to the pool or clear. I gotta clear some conditions, y'all. I'm a hot mess. I am also no longer angry.
Someone's not listening when people trying to comfort her. I don't know.
Do better.
I've tried. One of the
Valid,
times I
valid, salad.
succeeded and you're like, I don't hear it. I buy. I leave. Bye.
I mean,
Did I do that to you once?
Yeah. What?
Once. I did it once. I'm sorry.
Check
Never
you-
again.
are you still emotionally fraught with conditions, Sammy? Because
Hell yeah, I have
wouldn't-
afraid, guilty, hopeless, and insecure.
Wouldn't me
Sam-
sort of like leaning in and being like, let's be monster hunter together, you know, can consider like sort of be like a return comfort and support.
Sure, you can comfort
I like
like
it.
that.
Oh yeah.
I will do that.
I would also say this feels like a team move, share vulnerability.
Yes,
thing.
it does.
Yes, it
Just
does.
saying.
Honey.
I don't know what
Thanks
your
for the
guys'
call
is.
out. Thanks for the call out.
You're welcome.
Partial success. If they hear you, they mark potential, clear a condition, or shift labels.
I think it's more than just a nod. In order for her to feel like she's opening up and hearing you, I think she even chuckles softly and says, "It'd make a great plan B for a type of career path forward."
I think so too. It's not just being video games anymore.
And I will clear. She's no longer feeling so hopeless. And you brought up a really great point with the team moves. Because I definitely think that I would be sharing a vulnerability.
Yeah, you kind of revealed a
I
huge
did.
thing.
I kind of sort of did. It was kind of like crept in there.
You said it really subtle, and Bryce didn't seem to like really
I don't
react
think you
that
got
much.
the
But
gravitas.
let's not forget how huge that was.
Yeah, let's.
Oh,
let's,
hey, what? Mommy Moon.
Let's circle back.
Mommy Moon.
Yeah, Miss Moon.
Yeah.
I was gonna, because I was gonna be like, how did let's roll back and be like, and you said okay, good plan B, but also wait a minute. Did you say the moon made their way into your sanctuary?
I don't think You understand? My
Right,
sanctuary
right.
is intricately connected to my doom. It's technically her.
Is it her space?
No, it's not her space. But because we're connected in blood, she knows where she can find. She knows where to find me. Once I gained my powers, one of the first things I gained was a vision, and it was her finally seeing me, finding me. So, with all that being said, now that you know who Mommy Dearest is, do you think, honestly, there's hope for me in stopping her?
I mean, yeah. You're an Arcana. She's an Arcana. We're an Arcana. There's 3 of us against one. Yeah, she may be a major, but I feel like we're right on the cusp of becoming majors. With all of the shit we've gone through and all of the hard work we have put into it, we are discordant right now, for sure. But fuck yeah. Fuck that moon.
Thank you. That means a lot to me. I mark a point of potential, but you also gain influence, which you already have. So you get to immediately shift my labels.
Mm-hmm.
However you see me in this moment.
Just don't rose mundane because she's already at +3.
You're so sweet and kind for saying that, but
No, I would say we're not. I just talked about like being monster hunters and like going after our evil doer parents. If anything, I feel like we are.
I can survive fighting my mom.
Yeah, we are, and we can survive. Exactly, we can survive. So I'm inclined to either move up your freak or savior and pull down your mundane. I will move up your. Well, savior is like we can save other people. I'm gonna say freak. We can survive. Move up your freak and move down your mundane.
Left goes up or go down?
Left is up. Right is down.
So you said freak up, mundane down?
Correct.
Awesome.
Very nice. All right. Any final words on this winter evening?
I have a question. Would I have been able to, because I forgot to say it in scene, would I be able to shift my rival to the devil?
Oh, if you want to.
Anytime kind of thing.
That's kind of what I wanted, and I just didn't want to interrupt any of the scenes. But I would like to shift my rival. I don't feel like it's true anymore. I'm not really as competitive with Bryce as I was at the beginning, and we've actually formed a true friendship. I think my rival right now is the devil.
Okay, you certainly can. All right. So, as the fireworks blooms up and the eclipse happens, there is a momentary, like almost like a bated breath, wondering what would happen. But the eclipse passes with no issues. It goes on, extends, and it's almost like you feel like a tingle almost with this celestial event passing. You will feel a sort of jolt that goes down your spine, almost like a chill though, colder than the air around you. Something that could be foreboding, like a thought that you can't quite put your finger on. As the manga page shifts and turns, and the cheers of the solstice echoes across Metroton, lanterns drifting upward into the night sky like tiny comets. The music fades, and then we turn down as the camera pans deep beneath the city. where few ever tread, and the celestial cradle hums, a vast crystalline structure pulsing with ancient energy. Threads of eternum weave like light into the very bones of Metroton itself. Standing before this gateway, this pulsing energy, we find armored ranks of Vanguard. You see the word STAR, star, written upon their chest. And they have helmets that glow with a cold precision, helmets reflecting the crystal's light, and weapons drawn but not fired. At the head, you see that they are EIR scientists, EIR scientists, adjusting containment rings, their screens alive with readings in a strange alien script. Scout lances scan the perimeter, their drones circling like hungry insects. As a commander steps forward, and as we turn the page, we find Lula Marie's mother, completely in Vanguard ensemble outfit, as she speaks into her headset. Readings look nominal. Oh, no, she's Southern accent. Readings look nominal. Everything's reporting and we make everything is going normally, and we can proceed. Yes, I understand. Yep, we will be inside there and hopefully find a pathway to the Arcana Star within the day. I understand. Yes, Chief. Don't worry. We'll crack open this egg. As she stares up and looks at this portal, this closed portal to the Arcana Star where the tarot power resides. Giant.
You had me taking notes for the first time in my life.
Oh. You know I'm taking notes.
Oh my gosh.
Giant clamps and resonant drills press against the crystal walls, and the sound reverberates like groan through the earth. And as it hits, a firework explodes up above, masking the sound. Now, and then one last thing.
Oh, there's more?
Oh, dear. Have mercy.
We find ourselves back in on a Monday at Metroton High. Spirits are up. People are joyous and ready as the holiday has passed. You all meet up in your first period as your homeroom teacher steps up. Your substitute homeroom teacher at this point. And it seems a lot of teachers have been gone missing for some time now, surprisingly. She steps forward. Class, I would like to introduce a new transfer student. Please, everyone, be kind. They come all the way from France themselves, from Paris. You can come in now. As stepping in, you see a teenage boy with white hair, shortcut, and half of it going down the right side of his face, blocking his eye. He's wearing a very trendy suit with a black shirt, a ring on his middle finger of a skull, and two long skull earrings that hangs from his ears. He carries what looks to be a cane. Odd, but it doesn't look like it's for to prop him up, but more of just for design and look. As he stops in front, and the teacher goes, "Everyone, please give a warm welcome to Etienne Rockford." Hello, everyone. My name is Etienne Rockford. It is a pleasure to be here and to be in this wonderful country of yours. I really hope that we have an amazing experience together. And you see all the people, like a lot of the students, just fawn like, ah, as they all kind of melt and smile and whisper to each other as he smiles handsomely. And he locks eyes with all of you, and specifically at Lula May, gives her a little wink.
You can sit with me. There's an open seat.
He smiles. I think I find my seats over there. The teacher goes, all right, yeah, sure. Please have your seat. And then once again, everyone be kind to Etienne and show him around. Lula, can you please be being one of our most esteemed, prestigious students here, show him around so he can get to know our wonderful school.
Oh, well, I'd be absolutely delighted. So, of course.
I think I'm going to like it here. And as he walks up the steps to sit next to you, the manga plate closes, and we end Cour 2 of Tarot Season 1.
Woo! Ooh!
Awesome.
Yay!